All right, peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. This is a breaking news story. I want you to take a look at this about this California deputy who was fired for using D-rugs, stabbing his 11-year-old son, leading the police on a high-speed chase, and then getting in a shootout or being shot by police. This happened in Sacramento. This is breaking news. Just watch this video. This video is fair use for literary and commentary purposes only. Check it out.
Breaking news out of Sacramento and San Joaquin counties. An 11-year-old boy stabbed and killed by his father, a former Sacramento County Sheriff's deputy. Tonight, the community is mourning and remembering the young victim. Once the police tape was taken down and the streets began to reopen, it might have looked like a normal night. Delivery drivers started bringing in packages, the holiday lights automatically turning on as the sun set. But for families in this neighborhood, the heartbreak and disbelief is setting in. A mother stopped by the home where a father killed his son to bring flowers and light a candle in memory of the child and to support his family.
How could this happen in our community? It's been a tough day. I just stopped everything. I couldn't pick up the phone. I can't even imagine as a sister, a mother, a grandparent, anyone, community having to see such a thing happen. And I'm at a loss, and I wanted to do something. And baby's breath, its meaning, and lighting a candle and prayers, like they're in a place right now where it's total surrender, right? You cannot bring this loved one back. And so as a community, I just want them to know we're here. Here's a little bit of light to keep them going, and prayers and thoughts and whatever we can do.
As families mourn the violence, detectives are investigating the deadly stabbing. Police have identified the suspect as Marvin Morales. He was a former Sacramento County Sheriff's deputy, and he was let go after overdosing on fentanyl back in 2023. Morales died today after being shot by officers following a chase on Interstate 5. And an update on that, just moments ago, southbound I-5 near the Highway 12 junction reopened all lanes. 2 lanes had been closed for hours as the CHP was investigating that deadly shooting involving officers. So 3 agencies are investigating different parts of this case. There's the stabbing, the chase, and then the shooting. So we want to walk you through exactly what happened. Shortly after 8 this morning, Elk Grove police got a call from a mother concerned about the safety of her 2 kids. The mother told police she watched Morales assault her son on home surveillance cameras. So when police got there, they found the 11-year-old boy who had been stabbed. He was taken to the hospital where he died. Police say his 6-year-old sister was also there, but she was not physically harmed. Morales had already left the home by the time officers arrived. Sacramento County Sheriff Jim Cooper was one of the first there to spot Morales as he was driving southbound on Interstate 5 near Pocket Road. After that, Morales led officers on a chase south on Interstate 5. The CHP deployed a spike strip near Thornton Road at the Highway 12 junction, and Morales crashed soon afterward. After the crash, at least 3 officers shot at Morales and hit him. He was taken to the hospital where he died. The CHP has not revealed whether Morales fired at the officers. Right now, Interstate 5 just reopened along Highway 12 after an hours-long closure. Jason Marks joins us live there now along I-5 where those lanes just opened.
Yeah, it has to be a relief for drivers coming through this area in San Joaquin County. It was closed for nearly 9 hours. Let me step out of the way and give you another live picture and show you that things are moving along. They literally just wrapped up their investigation here along this stretch. Probably about 10 minutes ago, we saw the last officer pull off. So this part of the investigation is done. Obviously, there's a lot more once they go back to the office. Let's show you what things look like earlier this morning when our crews first got on the scene, and you're looking at Marvin Morales' car. There it is right there. You mentioned that he led officers on a chase. It all started in the Pocket area when right after that Elk Grove call came in, officers were looking for him. They spotted that car on Interstate 5 near Pocket Road, and that began that high-speed chase coming down 30 miles from Pocket Road to the point we are right here. Speeds getting up to about 105 95 miles an hour, according to officers. As you mentioned, CHP then put out those spike strips right here in the area. Morales then hit those strips, ran off the road. Shortly after that is when gunfire rang out in this area just west of Lodi. We don't know yet if Morales fired a gun or if he showed a gun. That's all part of this ongoing investigation. What we do know is that at least 3 officers shot at Morales. He was taken to the hospital and pronounced dead. This investigation started by CHP. Because of state law, CHP actually turns that investigation over to the California Department of Justice. So it's DOJ who now is handling this part of the investigation. That's the latest here live in San Joaquin County. Jason Marks, now back to you.
All right. Thank you, Jason. And we're learning more about the suspect, Marvin Morales. Officers say Morales was a Sacramento County Sheriff's deputy. He resigned in February of 2024, months after he overdosed on fentanyl at the station. An internal investigation found that Morales lied about that overdose. Investigators found out 2 months before the overdose in August of 2023 that Morales took home a pipe of meth that he had actually confiscated. In reports, he said that he disposed of that pipe. He told an investigator that he smoked meth residue from the pipe up to 4 times over 2 months.
Then on October 24th of 2023, Morales seized narcotics from a suspect while conducting a stop. He cited the person for meth possession, and later that day, Morales smoked what he thought was meth, but the drug turned out to be fentanyl. The report says Morales overdosed in the bathroom at the Sheriff's Central Station. That's what you're seeing here. Another officer who had come in to assess the situation. Deputies gave Morales multiple doses of Narcan, and he regained consciousness at the hospital. The report says there was seized tinfoil containing drugs found in his pocket at the hospital. Morales resigned February 2nd of last year, and the sheriff's office fired him 5 days later. Tonight, we're learning more about his 11-year-old son who was killed. Elk Grove School District says the family was part of their school district. They said in a statement, in part, "We are heartbroken by the tragic incident that took place in our Elk Grove community. We are committed to supporting our students and staff and have made counseling and additional resources available. During this difficult time, our thoughts are with everyone affected."
And some families who live in that area were returning to the neighborhood after dropping off their own children at school.
Literally just dropped the girls off and came back from dropping them off at school when we heard the sirens. And it's just, when you hear the story, you're like, I assume they were going to be going to school or should have been getting ready for school.
For anybody, and especially knowing that it was a deputy before too, I mean, this is why we get in this job, to protect everyone and to make sure everyone's safe. And the last thing we want is someone hurting children, especially. So it's been a tremendously hard day.
All right. So that is an elongated video about this police officer Marvin Morales, and this is the police that we have in America. This happened early in the morning, 8 o'clock, where he was caught on tape stabbing his own 11-year-old son. Now, I don't know what could possibly be the reason that you would do that, besides the D-drug use. Now, you heard them say that he first started smoking methamphetamines from a pipe that he had confiscated from a suspect. And they always use that word, this was disposed of. The gun was disposed of. The D-drugs were disposed of. That means they're supposed to destroy them. But a lot of times, just like this, they are disposed into the police officer's personal possession. And there you see his indiscretions came back to haunt him when he stopped the suspect. He confiscated something from the suspect, probably never charged them, thinking it was methamphetamines, but then it was the ever so dangerous fit, as they call it. And then he tried to put fire to the fit and ended up ODing. They said they caught him at the station like this on the desk. At the station. Meaning he was using at the station. And of course he admitted to those times, but there were probably several other times that he was sneaking in the evidence room, getting his, supply, getting high off the police's own supply. And on this particular day, they said that another deputy found him. They had to give him Narcan. And why would they automatically give him Narcan? Because they probably knew that he was using. You can't be around this many people doing that type of job without people knowing something is wrong. But once again, it's that thin blue line that they are afraid to tell on one another when they are doing wrong. That officer who found them knew to give him Narcan. Well, why come you just didn't know he was tired or he was drunk or, he may have had a stroke? No, we know Morales is on that stuff, y'all. And so then they get him to the hospital and they find a tin foil with some more illegalities in his pocket. And so they let him resign, first of all, and then he was fired. And he voluntarily gave up his eligibility of being a peace officer. That means that they didn't even strip it of him. You know what I mean? He probably could have gone somewhere else and been in another department. But this is a story which is tragic because of the 11-year-old's death. They said his mother was watching him through home cameras. Evidently, the mother was suspecting some funny behavior from this drug addict who was posing as a peace officer. And, other interviews, even from that women deputy, she actually refused to talk about when asking questions, the fact that he was a deputy. I'm not going to get into any questions about him being a deputy. Why? Because they protect each other, even in wrong, even in death, even when these police officers had to kill him. Now they're not saying he fired at the police officers, but I don't know why. That part is very vague as well. Like normally when police kill somebody, they say, well, yeah, he brandished a firearm at police, or he did this, or he did that. They're not saying anything, but we killed him. And so why did he kill? Was he about to expose other people? And they said, okay, well, he got nothing to lose now. He done killed his son, so we might as well knock him off before he tell about Schweitzer and Boomerang, those officers doing the same thing. So we never know with these situations. It's always a level of shrouded mystery when police officers are engaged in this behavior. This is just an example of, these are the people that we are supposed to obey without question, that we are supposed to comply even when they're wrong. This is another example of a police officer who is posing as an upstanding citizen, but definitely has a lot of skeletons in their closet. Domestic abuse police officers have the highest rate of domestic abuse, and also alcoholism and drug usage. And, you wonder why. It's probably some of the things that they're seeing. They're always on edge, but many people fail to realize that they carry a lot of lead around their body, meaning the bullets. When you lead poisoning, and, we all know the dangers of lead. So every day these people have to strap on lead, which eventually, usurps into their bloodstreams or, their anatomy. And then we have, these crazy cops running around here with guns, being aggressive, killing their family members, killing their spouses, killing their children. As the scripture says, the man's family in the last days will be those of his household. And this is just one example. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Is he an anomaly? Is he an outlier? Or are there more police officers like him on a day-to-day basis? Is he the exception, or is he the rule? Y'all let me know. 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for liking, watching, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And as always, I pray you have peace and blessings. Scripture says all things that are hidden shall be revealed, and those things done in secret shall be exposed on the mountaintop.
Let's go, Rich. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Who keep the people informed? stories abroad from literary work. Where the narrative's wrong, the research is always on point, the commentary is hard. As Rich Teller raising the bar. Follow along, shout out to FBA, still FTP, pick up NFAC. And all my black families, it's three sides to all stories. Which one you gon' believe? We run down on the false prophets when they come to deceive. 100% urban world news, current events. We don't like them lies. Media is biased, cause we got God inside us. Ladies and gents is power. If you don't know by now, look around, we the darkest hours. Cops squeezing hammers cause they don't understand us. We stop and freeze with our hands cause they kill us off like cancer. Don't speculate before the facts on the case. Tell a house, set them straight, watch what the rich investigate. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news don't mud it in. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it. You should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it. You should tune in to Telehouse Publishing.
Negroes have listened to the trickery and the lies and the false promises of the white man now for too long.